The ashtray overflowed with crushed cigarette butts, tiny gray mountains forming a crooked skyline. Paula Roberts pressed the latest one down with trembling fingers, the ember dying in a soft hiss. Her hands were shaking so violently that she had to steady one wrist with the other, just to light the next cigarette. The flame jittered with her breathing. The apartment was unnaturally quiet, a suffocating, heavy silence that felt alive. The dull hum of the refrigerator sounded like a distant growl. Each clink of Mike's fork was a knife scraping across her nerves. Mike ate calmly. Too calmly. Paula stared at him, her face pale, eyes wide and haunted. How can he just sit there? She wondered. How can he eat like nothing is wrong, when something is waiting in that dark building across the alley? For 3 weeks she had lived in terror. 3 weeks of sleepless nights, every noise amplified, every shadow alive. 3 weeks of watching her own husband look at her like she was losing her mind. Her voice finally broke the silence. Do you want more coffee? He glanced up, confused. What did you say? She repeated it. He didn't care. He pulled on his jacket, patting his pockets. Paula twisted her wedding ring. The golden band she once cherished now felt like a cold shackle. Can't you stay home tonight? Please, no, he said flatly. You know I can't. The house plans. His voice faded into a hollow echo in her ears. She was too afraid to leave the flat, too afraid to sleep, too afraid to breathe loudly lest something hear her. You don't believe me, she whispered. Mike's calm cracked just a little. Paula, I'm tired of this. You've been acting like a zombie. When are you going to stop imagining things? You think I'm lying? She snapped. A cannibal. Paula? A cannibal next door? It's not just animals. She screamed. I saw him kill that little boy. I saw it. Mike froze, then sighed. There is no missing boy. No footprints, nothing. Because Mike never searched. Because Mike lied. Paula didn't know that yet. Mike reluctantly agreed to go check the abandoned building again. Paula watched him from the window, her eyes desperate, hoping her husband would finally believe her. Mike crossed the alley, entered the decaying building, and flicked his flashlight on. The stale, moldy smell choked him. Every step crunched broken glass. Cobwebs hung like curtains of death. Rats moved in the walls, sounding like something much larger crawling just out of sight. Then he saw the old man, Harvey Jordan, a hunched figure lurking in the dark, thin as bone and twice as pale. His hair hung in filthy clumps. His teeth were like old gravestones rotting in a dead mouth. Mike hated looking at him. He hated knowing he paid him. He hated knowing this was all his idea. The cannibal story, the noises, the shadows, the torment. He hired Jordan, a homeless drifter, to drive Paula insane so she could be institutionalized, freeing Mike from their marriage. But now Mike felt guilt sinking into him like cold water. How much longer? Mike whispered. Jordan grinned, voice like dry leaves. One more night. By morning, she'll break completely. Mike nodded, sick inside. At the office, the guilt grew heavier. The drawings blurred. His pencil snapped. His thoughts spiraled into a storm of regret and horror. For the first time, he wondered, did he still love her? He remembered their early days, her laugh, her warmth, her love for him. Now he was pushing her into madness, then clarity, a decision like a knife cutting through fog. He couldn't do it. He would stop everything, take her away. Florida, sunshine, rest, peace. Jordan would get his money and then disappear. It wasn't too late. Or so he thought. Mike sped back to the apartment building, heart racing. He ran to the abandoned building. No flashlight this time. The darkness swallowed him whole. The air felt colder, too cold, wrong. His fingers brushed the wall as he moved, guiding himself through pitch-black corridors that smelled of rotten dampness and old death. Jordan, he yelled into the void. No answer. His voice echoed back, warped by the emptiness. He stepped deeper, hit a table, cursed. And then, like a lightning strike inside his skull, Jordan's words returned. You'll be rid of her. By morning, Mike's heart ripped into panic. He ran, blindly. He crashed down the stairs, burst out the door, and sprinted across the alley. Something in the wind smelled strange. Stewed beer, rot. And something metallic. Blood. He reached the flat. The kitchen door was locked. Paula, he screamed, slamming the door. Paula, open the door. Nothing. The silence felt predatory. He slammed his body into the door. Once, twice. The wood cracked, splintered. The door flew open and Mike froze. The kitchen was a slaughterhouse. Blood drenched everything, dripping down cabinets, smeared across tiles, splashed on the walls in grotesque patterns like the brushstrokes of a mad artist. Chunks of flesh lay scattered, The air reeked of cooked meat, iron, and something sour. And at the table sat HarveyJordan.com. Content. Chewing slowly. A pile of bones was ranged neatly before him, like a butcher displaying his work. In his hands, a woman's half-cooked arm, teeth tearing flesh, strings of tendon hanging from his lips, blood smeared across his chin. Mike gasped, unable to speak. Jordan looked up, grinning. His teeth now glistened red dot, and then the ring slid off the shriveled finger. Clink. It hit the wooden table, a wide gold band, a single diamond in the center. Paula's ring. Jordan chuckled. Mike finally screamed.